Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Social Diary, a show whereby we get to review some of those trending topics that made news headline, in the interwebs. My name is Coach Talilan, and as always, I'm not alone as I have my co-host for today, who is none other than Kenyan actor Douglas Muigai. Woo woo, Doug, hey!
I'm here. Asante sana.
Karibu sana.
Yeah, I love the show.
Oh, thank you. So guys, remember to send in your feedback using our SMS line that is at 20146, and don't forget to keep the conversation going on as we are currently live streaming on all our social media platforms at Metropole TV KE. Now, Doug.
Yes.
This week tumekuwa na a lot of things, and today being, aka a Toli Day, like it's very
Labor Day.
Labor Day. So what would you like to comment about today being Labor Day?
Tax relief.
Ziko na nini tax?
Yeah. Nasikia wasi wengi wamekatwa wamechinjwa job. Serious issue.
It is.
Wasi wengi wako hustle, so mawakas wanaumia. Ngoja tusikia Toli atasemaje.
Yeah.
Summarize.
What I really do like about Labor Day is usually at Toli is, outfit. Anakuanga amevaa purple. Kuna kuanga na ka golden bling mahali hapo hivyo ka gold.
Akadu recross.
Hiyo ni baba wa kazi. Now let's move away from that. One of the most trending topics that took took the internet by the storm is #Kenyatta University. Now, literally, the number of confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Kenya keeps on rising every single day. And should the spike actually, keep on, going the way they are, the country's health network only has around 259 functional ventilators. And this is actually according to Dr. Idris Nzao. Now, he is actually the Secretary General of, of the Kenya Critical Care Society. That's where the Kenyatta University students decided, we shall step in. Now, the leader of the group, Fidel Makatia, says that his team is set to produce 50 ventilators within 2 weeks. And an output they say that is capable, they're actually capable of maintaining. And he said this, and I quote actually, that these ventilators detect, oxygen and normal air, then it gives it enough pressure and volume required to ventilate a patient device, then passes it through a humidifier to give it enough humidity and temperature required for the human body. Now the students are not really working alone, as the Kenyatta University provided mentors for them, and also a workspace that led to this innovation at the Chandaria Business Incubation and Innovation Center, which is named after Manu Chandaria, one of Kenya's prominent business magnets. Now, Doug, what do you think about this invention?
It's a good initiative, at least for some time. Hatujakuwa na positive story from our universities. Mostly tunajulikana stories of strike, a lot of controversy, but at least people are doing something. Watu wanasoma, and at least other than KU, at least pia tuone universities zingine pia zimechangamka.
Yeah.
At least kuwe self-sufficient in case hizi numbers go up, there's a handle on our own.
This reminds me, unakumbuka tukiwa promote times za debate. Shule inatoa ingine inatoa ingine. So it's like if these guys can be able to provide 50, within 2 weeks, I feel like this is a good number. Then imagine if they patent whatever it is, the rights to the invention, and then other universities, they could train them. And then imagine come out around 5 universities producing 50 each, in 2 weeks. I feel like the number is really, really good. So it's just, it depends when you ataiona. Ama unaonaje, Doug?
Yeah. At least it's a pia wase waziamini, kuna wase wengine wana doubt, but most days wetu wako poa. So vitu wameunda ziko poa, zimekuwa certified. Yeah, so wasikuwa na hofu.
This is made in Kenya.
Yeah, kina hosi ukwe assigned respirator ya KU, you trust itakuhudumia poa.
So tusikue la tunye tunaamini anything that is imported is better than made from
made
home.
in China or something. This is homegrown.
Time ya COVID, trust.
Kuna kuchagua.
Kuna kuchagua. Anyway, it's not about what we think. It's about you and the internet. And we have Dr. Mitch 001 who says, Senegal has developed COVID-19 test kit costing 100 shillings. Meanwhile, Nairobi Hospital is charging 10,000 shillings for the corona test. What is the government doing about it apart from calling us fellow Kenyans on a daily basis? #Kenyatta University. And then we have at Chris's Chrissy 3, who says hashtag Kenyatta University students are making ventilators. Kenyan textile are massively producing PPEs. Philanthropists are helping needy Kenyans. Our nurses are risking their lives for us. But Uhuru sends flowers to the UK. Who enslaved us in our own land just 100 years ago? Hashtag Kenya. Ouch! Unajua hiyo tweet? Mbona wameleta watu nini UK? Those were their forefathers. we have our independence right now, you know? Like, ulianza vizuri, alianza strong, lakini kafika mahali akakumbuka.
Yeah.
But you know what, it's okay. It's about you. No hard feelings. And then we have that MC here, Tricky, who says, go comrades, invent ventilators. Let them ignore. One day, a new regime will down. Hashtag Kenyatta University. And then we have that Daktari Gatero, who says, I don't see why the patients broke out of quarantine facilities some days earlier. I mean, how can you forcefully detain recovered hashtag COVID-19 patients at hashtag Kenyatta University? Quarantine facility claiming that they should foot the bills, yet billions of funds was donated for such shapely face. Ouch. And yeah, watu wali escape from quarantine, lakini I feel like huyu akushikanisha story ya Kenyatta University. Sisi tunawasifu. Like, they did well. We're talking about the students who really, you know, like invented, which is something that's we should celebrate as Kenyans. Now, someone spoke about Nairobi Hospital, Dag. Umesikia story?
Umesikia kitu inaitwa 10K.
Umesikia 10K?
10K.
Says 10K cannot. Local man can't can.
So then the question is, your test iko valid for how long? So I'm guessing 2 weeks. So maybe after 2 weeks you do another test. Who knows?
Mimi nakwambia,
so in a month,
things are tight.
20K. Plus quarantine costs. Piga hesabu.
My pockets cannot. Now, the Nairobi hospital said it will be carrying, listen to this, it will be carrying out at least 900 tests per day for the novel coronavirus at a cost of 10,000 Kenyan shillings per person. So, able to find your calculation, Doug. 900 times 10,000.
So it's about 9M, give or take.
Tuko tu mahali hapo. Says actually concentrate.
In a day?
In a day, this is so many people.
But the question,
those are like, the numbers, are they even, can they match? How many people can be able to afford that?
Yeah, the question is such kind of numbers, how accurate will the test be? Is it a financial endeavor?
I don't know. But you know what? According to the hospital chief executive officer, Alan Pamba, he said that the test will be conducted at the main hospital laboratory with the results of the samples taken, you know, available between 6 to 24 hours. So we get them between 6 to 24 hours. Now, the charges for the test is to include, you know, cost of the testing kits, sampling materials, and personal protective equipment for the hospital staff. However, the hospital got, you know, like mixed reactions regarding the price, you know, being charged. And even I personally am thinking, wow. Like, I do understand, you know, like, to be honest, I can understand the hospital giving out charges, but it's a worldwide pandemic. How many people can afford that right now?
But the question is, you know,
how much should be asking myself, can I afford that?
Uganda is also doing the test for $1.
Yeah.
Kuna pesa ya Jack Ma nasikia ilikujanga. Maybe ingesaidia hapo. 10K kwa normal mwananchi ni pesa mingi na watu wako job, so
unashindwa venye kutenda. You know what, like the entire amount of money, for them to decide like that's what they're going to charge, I'm just, I don't know. I feel like it's supposed to target a certain type of class, but if you go where majority of the people are, to be honest, I don't think many people can afford 10K, you know, to do that. Remember, this is somebody's salary,
yes,
you know, for the entire month. Na saizi mtu yuko job, so if you charge 10K, to be honest, tricky kiasi for a lot of people.
Nisikia watu wa food industry ndo wanahitaji clearance kurudi job. I'm sure conductors very soon watafall hapo. waiters. So, and we all know upon a minimum wage.
Yeah.
10K per 2 weeks, tricky.
Very tricky. So now we have, when you look at online what some of you had to say, we have at Motori_Geoffrey who says, if we treat this Kenyan government normally, it's going to treat us abnormally. Hashtag Nairobi Hospital, hashtag COVID-19, hashtag COVID-19 impact KE. And then we have at Ochaga Ohaga who says, there are 47 county referral hospitals and one national referral hospital in Kenya. Instead of the government of Kenya equipping these facilities with COVID-19 test kits and encouraging citizens to test at a subsidized cost, it allows hashtag Nairobi Hospital to charge 10K for a test. Is the government of Kenya trading with our lives? Good question. And then we have at that is Monique who says, it is Nairobi Hospital that we are talking about here, right? Even without coronavirus, the charges should still be high compared to other hospitals. I know 10,000 shilling is way too much for the test, but I believe they have target market. Hashtag Nairobi Hospital, hashtag coronavirus Kenya, hashtag COVID-19. Because let's discuss that tweet. What do you think about that tweet? Doug? Alisema kwa, like Nairobi Hospital, like them, they have to meet, targets. Even before the entire thing, they were always somehow expensive. So to them, it's more of like marketing. They have to make money. It's a business.
It's a financial move.
It is. At the end of the day, it's for them, it's a business,
So that brings the question again, how legit will the test be? 900 a day?
900 a day. Okay, the other question is 900 per day. How many people will be, going there for those tests? Like, the entire thing has a lot of mixed reactions, guys. I keep on saying this. And then back onto the interwebs, we have at Kim_protest who says, hashtag Nairobi Hospital. It will be an insult to pay 10K to be tasted just to find negative results. Hashtag COVID-19. But at least you know your results there. And then we have at Jeff Ngozi says, I cannot take myself a COVID-19 testing at Nairobi Hospital. How do I wake up, take 10K to go test something that has no treatment, or whose treatment is isolation for 14 days, take warm lemon water, ginger, eating well, and mostly exercising for easy breathing. Hashtag Nairobi Hospital. Wow, I told you, mixed reactions.
Does it fall under insurance?
Which insurance? Insurance don't cover pandemics. I don't think they do.
And the rest.
We're going to take one day bankrupt. Do you know how many people right now will be there going for that?
So we are on our own.
We're on our own. Like that guy said, we kunywa ndimu, majimoto, Santanize is pasanganga will say. And just keep on moving on. Now, other thing that happened this week, we had a hashtag that was ban Ugandan chicken Kenya. Did you see that?
Yes, I saw it.
Your thoughts?
So you have cheap chicken
coming
into the country.
Baby. Imagine.
But then, it's still another case of supply and demand. So, because you can't technically ban the imports.
Yeah.
So the farmers have to adjust to bring the cost down so that they can fight the competition.
Yeah.
So, na watu wanapenda kuku. People are trying to save money, so watende hiyo cheap most likely.
Yeah. Now, farmers in Kenya are protesting, against the influx of hugely discounted poultry imports from Uganda. The local farmers claim that they lack market since chicken and eggs imported from Uganda are much cheaper. So there is a Babandogo Best farm, apparently, which is importing 12,500 kilograms of processed chicken from Uganda on a daily basis. The farm is, like a threat to Kenyan farmers, making us wonder, where should the Kenyan farmers, sell their chicken? While others think it's okay to compete, in the market, others are just in support of buying, Kenyan build. I can't even say Kenyan bread. One of us, this is like more of like a Kenya build, Kenya initiative kind of a vibe. So here we have two people. we have one who's on a budget, you know, and then we have the other one who's more of like, nah, I like things from my country. I'm a patriot. I want to support the chicken that is being, you know, bred, hatched
So, but then, how do you know?
in the country.
Because by default, you'll go for the cheaper one on the shelf. So
Exactly.
the Kenyan technically does not know which one is which.
Yeah, so how do we know that this one's from Kenya and the other one is from Uganda? Like chicken is chicken.
Yeah,
Like chicken is like how you look at.
So just pick the
They
cheaper
have the same
one.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, except for the ones with the cut thingy here, the crawl.
The
I don't want to say that word on TV. So you see, but basically chicken is chicken. So how do we know the difference between, you know, the chicken from Kenya, chicken from, if it was fish from China and fish from, you know, like we can tell the difference, you know, because our fish is, it's very yummy. But now we have farmers who, you know, like are complaining. But the thing is, this actually, a few months back, yeah, there was such kind of debate whereby they were talking about, you know, like chicken should not come in the country. So now people have actually decided to talk about it on the interwebs, and I'm actually very curious to find out what they said. So now we have at one Daniel, that is Maithiake, I hope I've gotten that correct. Oh, it's Maithiake. Who says, is it that Ugandan chicken are tastier than Kenyan chicken? Hashtag ban Ugandan chicken. And then we have at Mubezi Luaga, who says, today the president of Uganda calls for the fight versus corona to be taken on an East African level, and the next day fellow East African are fighting against our produce. Liberate yourselves, Africans, between Kenyan exports. But the Kenyan exports more into Uganda than we do take to them. I feel like that's an Ugandan. Hashtag ban Ugandan chicken. And then we have it's Ramil Felix who says, where did Buy Build Kenya initiatives go when we have chicken being imported from Uganda? Hashtag ban Uganda chicken. And then we have this is that Twitter Maina one who says, around my estate, kuku mzima ni 350, an all-time allow. They are being driven around in cars. I think after this epidemic, people will have gained weight. It's bad for the farmers, but exciting for the customers. Chicken business, hashtag ban Uganda. This guy's just thinking of how, you know, like, but when you look at the consumers, for them, they're always looking at where it's cheaper to buy. So be it Ugandan, be it, you know, from Kenya.
But another thing, people do buy bananas from Uganda at a premium.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to complain. So
this is chicken. Chicken.
Chicken is sensitive.
It's a sensitive matter in a kuku. It should be like one of our staple food, you know.
You touched on a sensitive subject.
Hey, you really touched a lot of people's hearts, especially people from the other side. I will not mention you, but I have a couple of friends. And then Reverend Zugura Innocent who says, with Safaricom, you know, making these billions from us, we don't need Ugandan chicken. Hashtag ban Ugandan chicken. And then we have it's Madola who says, the reason why Ugandans are importing kuku and egg products is because they are adding a tastier name on the kuku, like your kuku or your kuku, and that's what Kenyans love. Wow. Hashtag ban Ugandan chicken, guys. I feel like, you know, like when it comes to this chicken matter, some of the comments and some of what you guys said was very hilarious. But you know what? I feel like there's another Kenyan versus Uganda about to come in very soon. What do you think, Doug?
KOT is on standby for that one.
They are definitely on standby.
They always represent.
Now, in a twist of events, a man was found burned to death in his car, you know, like in Nairobi's Buruburu estate. Let's talk about that first of all, Doug. What do you think about this?
So what was the final ruling? Was it ruled as an accident or arson?
I don't know. I mean, like, there's so many mixed feelings. I don't know people in the city what they think about. We have, you know, a director there. Richie, what do you think happened? Richie's quiet.
But a lot of people are saying it was a scandal between two lovers.
Then I don't know, like what they're supposed to, like to think about, because like this incident literally happened in Buruburu, and like when people were looking at it, when people were basically thinking, like what's really happening, then boom, all of a sudden we have Facebook investigators, we have what are they called, Twitter investigators, like oh my God, Doug, if you help me out, just give me a theory.
I think it was a love case gone wrong. It
really?
Looks,
just give me a theory. Just
looks
tell
more
me.
Of that. Two people had an argument. One could not contain themselves. So whatever happened, happened. So it's a sad case, but it's a classic case of too much makasiriko. Maybe.
I feel like there's only one person who knows this, like Metropole, who knows. Like everyone is like 2020 hakuna makasiriko. We could even ask Steph about it. She will tell you.
Tough times.
So like now, like I was saying, like this was like an entire twist of events, because like when the man was burnt, literally, like like how are you found in your car? Like the pictures were horrific. I could not look at them twice, and I'm thinking, why would someone do something like that? Like there's one thing, and that is always like, if it's according to Douglas' theory, like it's easier working out, of a situation than actually being there, like putting yourself in such a place. Doug, hii makasiriko itakufanya whatever it is, like,
I think
it's a very chilling death.
Yeah. So we just have to wait and see from the online police.
For the what?
For the comprehensive report. After they do their digging, they always find something. So you have to wait for that.
They always have to be like, let's poke and poke and poke. Now, according to this, what actually happened is that, like it was not immediately clear about what actually happened. But then what caused they said apparently what caused the fire was something that is still, it's still not there. Now, an assessment of the scene actually, like detects, the incident that the car engine was initially suspected to be the cause of the fire, but it was still intact, with the focus now changing to whether it was an accident, arson, suicide, or something else. Now, like we said, the police, suspect arson because the car's engine and trunk were not burnt at all, but the rumors seem to be mounting on social media, like I said before, that the fire was caused by a person close to the car or now following a dispute late the previous day prior to the incident. Pia tuko na Inspector Douglas here who just says, you know what, I felt the same way. Ni makasiriko 2020.
Yeah, looks
2020 na makasiriko. Tuko na COVID. Imagine tuko na COVID.
We have something else to focus our energy on.
Yeah.
So tupunguze.
Tupunguze kiasi, yeah. So if you to go on social media, we have at _ it's Shaq who says, the Buruburu Phase 5 incident is so sad crying face, like put a sad crying face. If indeed the man was set ablaze by his wife, then then this shows how important it is to walk away from toxic relationships before it's too late. But then, does someone have to be such inhumane to vent out anger? That's a good question. Do you have to be so much inhumane? But you see, like, this is what I keep on saying. As we're tackling this Buruburu story, everything is an alleged thing. Nothing has been confirmed, everything is just rumors. But again, there's been a lot of numbers of, violence that has been reported during this time. So imagine, could this be like one of the cases of such kind of, situation?
There was another one the other day. A man had hot water poured on him, not so far ago.
Oh my God.
People at a breaking point.
People at a breaking point. And I keep on saying, I feel like mental health should be the other thing that is being addressed during, like this time. Because to be honest, watu wanavunjana, you know, like mentally, physically. This is something that needs to be addressed. I feel like in the next presidential speech, just to have, you know, like some talking center or something to, you know, do something about it, guys. That is the government of Kenya. Anyway, back on social media, still on Buruburu case, we have at Bravin Yuri, who says, there are now several versions of the Buruburu story. I want to hear this. The neighbor's story, the police version, which we are rating, the wife side of the story, the parent side of the story, then Facebook version, anger sanitizer killed the victim. I choose to wait for the police, to be honest. Me too. This is everything is alleged, you know, it's alleged and speculation. And then we have at _Ken Mahal, who says, on this Buruburu incident, I refuse to accept that this guy just seated and waited for fire to consume him. He was lifeless before he was set on fire. Again, those are just speculations. Conspiracy. These are theories, you know, like we also had a Douglas theory. And then we have that is Anne Dawn 2020, who says, so many questions. If it was murder, was he tired? He couldn't scream, walk out of the car? Me think it's suicide. Hashtag RIP, hashtag Buruburu. Nah, you know what? Unless we get the police side of the story, we really cannot just, you know, it's good to talk about these things, but we just can't have our own versions and theory. That's just my take on it. Pia mimi nangoja polisi. Wewe Doug?
Yeah, so tutulia wasiwache makonspirasi mingi. Yeah, we wait for the final report.
Yeah.
Wase wache kushare
those images.
The gruesome images on social media.
Yeah, please stop. Like, there's a family hurting. I don't think anyone wants to remember their loved one in that sort of way, you know? Like, let's just respect people who have passed away. And then we will wait. Lakini Kenya tunapenda story.
Yeah. We'd like to be the first.
Someone asked, we during COVID, what are we supposed to talk about? I mean, it's good to talk about these things, but the way we address them, let's just remember that there are people who are somehow affected, you know? Not somehow, they are affected by this. Anyway, Doug, now, just let me ask you this question. What is the first thing you will do after Corona?
The first thing, I think I'll go back on set. It's been about 2+ months I've not been on set. I had been booked on some TV shows that have been halted at the moment.
Yeah.
So I just cannot wait to get back on set, do a couple of projects, you know, see a couple of people. Kuna watu wamefungiwa mbali, hawezi kuja.
No, this actually happened to be like one of my favorite topic that trended. So people on the interwebs were asking themselves, what will they do after Corona? You know, what impact has it cost you? Will life be the same after the pandemic? What's one thing this pandemic has taught you and would like to change? Well, this seems to be the question, you know, like in so many of the interwebs, and you know, as always, they had their Twitter fingers, you know, like to let people know, and like they're just tweeting about what is gonna happen with the hashtag, you know, like after Corona trending. And then let me tell you, like for me, I feel like finally we are having hope, you know, like we're having hope, like something is going to, you know, it's going to be like amazing, because now we're thinking post-COVID. We're not just thinking during this time. And then the report that was brought up, it says that the prediction, did you see it?
The prediction.
There's one prediction that was going viral whereby COVID-19 in Kenya is supposed to end like around 8th September. Did you see that one?
8th September.
It was a prediction that I can neither deny, no, I cannot even confirm.
That is very specific.
Yes, if it's actually if it's actually about it. But then, like, if you to look at some of the things that most of you said on interwebs about this hashtag, we have a DT Songa who says that coffin dance song will be a club anthem. Are these techno clubs after Corona? Personally, I can't wait. And then we have at Bashir Ali for who says, after Corona, anyone who goes clubbing will be doing TikTok moves. At Music, I know someone, especially people in the office who love TikTok. So hey, I'm not gonna mention you, aka Steph. And then we have at Music who says, it's very painful to see the person who owes you money not wearing a mask with a medical face mask mask face with the medical mask. You can't be this careless when I expect you to be repaying the debt after Corona is gone. So please, if you owe people money, wear your masks. They're feeling the pain. Buy masks, tafadhali. And it says hashtag Epuka coronavirus KE. And then we have diary of a Niger girl who says, after Corona season and they open outside, I hope the government announces on Friday morning because I'll need 2 more days to adjust to, to days of the week, because right now we only have yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Any other day before then is the other day. Thanks, boo boo. And then we have at Canal B11 who says, it's fascinating to hear people enthusiastically saying after Corona and post-COVID in the conversation, as if it's something that's going to end soon and easily. Human optimism is contagious and will make us go through any crisis. And I feel like that is the vibe that we need to end our week with. Doug?
Wapewe sanitizer. So we need some positivity.
We need some positivity. I feel like after Corona is one of my favorite trending topics for this week. Anyway, guys, that's all the time that we have for today. Remember to follow us on all the social media platforms at Metropole TV KE. Send us in your feedback, and in case of any inquiry, you can follow me directly on my social media platform at Lian Conchita Capacit. Until next time, it is goodbye.